What's up, guys? Back again with another weekly analysis. Um, yeah, last week was all right. We didn't get much opportunities, actually, to be quite honest with you, on some of the pairs I missed. One opportunity, I think, on Bitcoin, but nonetheless, we'll actually kind of just dive into the usual symbols that we always look at, which is DXY gold, Bitcoin, US100, US30, and yeah. So, top-down analysis. Just to make sure that we are seeing things from a bigger picture. As you can see, price is currently broken this support level, which is around which is in between, I think, 96.929 and 97.747. So what I am going to be expecting once we look at this right here is a continuation and drop to much lower price. I think my overall target on my big target is somewhere around 86.718. So I think the dollar could really tank a lot much more, but we'll have to just wait and see how things actually play out. But given based on just reading the volume within along this area, I am pretty much certain that we are going to potentially drop even much lower than expected. So, as you can see, this massive engulfing stick had taken place last week on Monday. We officially broke through, and then this was Monday, 19th of Jan, and this is last week Monday, and this is going into the new month. This is Monday, 2nd of Feb. So when we zoom in onto the daily, you can get to see quite a lot, much more in detail. So now that we've already broken the support channel trend line, I'm going to be kind of looking for a retest around this zone here. I'm just going to take out this. So there's actually two levels that I'm looking out for. So one is here, where price is currently ranging from there, and the other one is around here. Exactly. For me to gain a bit of confidence, based on knowing when DXY will drop. Now we're on the 4 hour. I need to see a bit of ranging within this level here. If not, it will probably possibly happen when price does come and retest the zone, but there needs to be some kind of confirmation in terms of volume in me understanding how the continuation could take place moving forward this week. But overall, I think my direction with DXY is looking far much more bullish. I'm not bullish, bearish, because of how things are looking like on the different time frames. So yeah, just simplify that. That's that. Now let's go to US 100, NASDAQ. So NASDAQ as well too. I did mention last week I took a buy sometime. No, I think it was a week before as is. So price shot up I was expecting a retest around this level, but I saw that this massive long candlestick had broken this resistant level here. So now we continued dropping much lower than expected. But I did map out this trend line. Seems like we're rejecting off of it pretty well. I did mention that this zone right here, the same zone that I highlighted in between here, it's going to be a very crucial zone that people need to be worried about moving forward. So we'll have to just wait and see how things play out. I am going to be waiting for potential possible setup, but I'm not necessarily too confident about this overall. I think I'd have to probably just wait and see how things play out for the next couple of days for me to actually take a trade on Nasdaq, so I can get a confirmation if we are going to be going bullish or maybe just ranging within this level and dropping moving forward, or maybe reaching this, because when you zoom in onto smaller time frames, you can see there's a higher high, there's a lower high and lower low pattern that's coming back for me. So I'll just take that out. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Expected retest is around this level, and we'll get another drop down. Okay. So that's my assumption. I am possibly thinking that we could possibly, maybe, it's a big maybe, drop much lower than expected, but we'll have to wait and see how things play out. So today is no trading day for me. I think I'll just have to wait a little bit, unless I do find any positions on other ones, because I did see US30 is kind of playing out kind of well. So yeah, this is Nasdaq as a whole. We will be moving on with the Dow Jones, which is US30. So yeah, US30 as well too. Let's do top-down analysis so that you guys can be able to see. So US30 has been bullish for quite a long time. You can see on the monthly, some just consistent movement in price moving to the upside. So when we do zoom in onto weekly, you can be able to see that there's been high highs and high lows that have been created and retesting certain resistance and support levels. So what I am possibly expecting for US30 is, now that you can be able to see that same level that I highlighted, yeah, you can see that there's been these three candlesticks have kind of like rejected and retested this zone right here. And then we had this candlestick opening below this level. So we're going to zoom in onto the daily. Those are weekly. That was a weekly time frame before I changed to the daily. So now on the daily now, you can be able to see I took a trade. Yeah, I think this was on Wednesday. I was expecting price to move because price had kind of like retested and rejected the zone. I was expecting a push to the upside, but I eventually got worked out by this position. So that was kind of the first loss that I took for last week. So what I am possibly expecting right now is for price to at least, let me zoom in onto 4 hour. So what I will kind of just be waiting on is that if we get a daily candlestick that opens below this level on much higher, then I'll be looking for buys throughout the week. If not, and this daily candlestick stays lower than this level right here, then we are going to be on a bearish um, move to a much more discounted price, a much lower discounted price. So we'll have to just wait and see on how this plays about. I will be taking also a day off just to see on how US30 plays. I'll be glad if it actually does break this level right here, because then we can be able to ride it all along, and it will actually kind of form like an M pattern in a way. So if it does break this level there, then my next target will be around 40, yeah, 47,000. I don't know about there. So like roughly around there. So we'll have to just wait and see on how things play out. Um, I'll be sitting out on that as well too. So as I did explain, if this daily candlestick, well, let's move on to the daily time frame so that you guys can see. So if this single daily candlestick closes below, and I know very well that in confirmation that we are dropping much lower, because we haven't seen any candlestick that's actually closed. Well, besides this bearish candlestick, which is actually kind of more of a fake out. But as you can see, it's been multiple wick rejections around the zone. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays about. But determining that, I think the real determining factor for this week is that if this daily candlestick closes below this level, with a really strong bearish candlestick volume, then we will be dropping much lower than we need to. But yeah, this is my outlook on Dow Jones. Um, let us go on to gold. Right, so guys, remember time when I highlighted the levels as is around these zones. 1, 2, 3. Gold just really tanked. Gold tanked. Friday was that day where gold was just tanking completely. So, and gold literally thrashed through all of like the inner trend lines that I was actually mapping out. So yeah, it's going to be quite a volatile week for gold. I think, as you can see retest, drop. Do you understand? So things are looking really good with Bitcoin. I think I'm liking this whole structure. I'll just have to wait and just see on a really high potential position. So what we could possibly maybe expect is price to come back and then retest the zone, and then we get a real decent push to the upside, or price could possibly break lower. But I doubt price would actually break any lower, because of the fact that we had literally had a massive dump on gold, which was insane. So I think buyers are starting to creep in now that we're at a very solid discounted price, which is around like 4,600 or 4,700, around there. And this is a very this level right here is a very crucial zone to keep in mind on. So yeah, this is my look. If you maybe just do look on the monthly, yeah, you see on the monthly as well too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, We'll have to just wait and see. Price did actually come and reach below this resistance level, which is actually quite low around this level there. But this one seems a little much more valid for me as is. So I'm presuming that we're probably gonna get another retest injection from this level here. Zooming on to daily. This one right here is probably going to be the most ideal area to actually find entries within placing that. If you do break below this trend line, then you definitely know that we're going to be dropping much lower than expected, probably going straight down to like 4K if possible. So yeah, that's also another trade I'm just going to be looking at, or symbol that I'll just be monitoring throughout the week. Won't be placing any trades today, but we have Bitcoin. So Bitcoin had initially really tanked quite hard. It is now around this demand area. So what I am going to be expecting for Bitcoin is a possible buy to the upside. And that's only if we really get a decent push to this level right here. 86,409. So possibly now that we've retested this weekly level, we'll be bouncing there and shooting straight much lower, possibly even to 53K. No, not there. Because we've been creating lower highs and lower lows on Bitcoin, so it's pretty much obvious that this is going to really tank. We're just probably going to get a slight pullback around this level and then straight drop to 53,000. But yeah, I think that's just my overall outlook. We could possibly, if not reach this level, break lower, but be on the outlook to actually look for buys pushing up to possibly this level and then continuation of straight drop for 53,000. So we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. But nevertheless, I think that's it for the technical side of things. Looking at it from now fundamental side. Today we have manufacturing PMI. We've got job openings on Tuesday. Wednesday we've got ADP, non-farm payroll. And Thursday we have unemployment claims, and then Friday is the big day with NFP data releasing. So, and also prelim consumer sentiment and inflation expectations as well too. So we'll just have to wait and see and then how that plays out. But looking at like the data, things are looking a little much stronger for NFP. So even though it's still a little low, NFP numbers I've always seen them above 100K, 200K output. So now that they really at its lowest right now with 97K, it's really tempting. But yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Do check us in the description below on the video just to find out more information on Scoop Trading, based on our social pages and TikTok as well too. And yeah, hope this video was informative. Please do like, subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms as well too, TikTok, Instagram. We are there, we are active. And yeah, see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.